Good afternoon. My name is Edward Sanshin Oberholtzer. I'm the resident priest here at the Joseph Priestley Zen Sangha in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. We're an affiliate of Empty Moon Zen. In case 22 of the Gateless Gate, Ananda asks Mahakashapa, the world-honored one transmitted the robe of gold brocade to you. What else did he transmit to you? Kashyapa said, Ananda. Ananda answered, yes. Kashyapa said, knock down the flagpole at the gate. We can draw any number of lessons from this exchange, but I'd like to stick with the yes, that simple, instant response. The here am I, Lord, of Moses, of Samuel, and of Isaiah, when the call and response are one. This is what it is to be in the moment, to be present for that moment when your teacher calls out to you, when the blue jay on the backyard fence squawks, when you stub your toe in the middle of the night on the chair in the darkened living room as it announces its presence to you. Here am I, O Lord, send me, sang Mississippi John Hurt, singing in that moment in the 1930s, in the eternal now. We end each evening during Seishin with a simple verse, intoned by the Jisha in a ghostly voice. Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time swiftly passes by and opportunity is lost. Each of us should strive to awaken. Awaken. Take heed. Do not squander your life. This moment, this today, is all we have. We act in this moment, in this day, if we act at all. My grandmother was a woman with a fierce intellect, one of that generation of New England women who read and taught Homer in Greek and enjoyed a good bourbon. If she had a flaw, it was that she'd taken up smoking as a young and independent woman and continued the habit all the way up until 1964, when the Surgeon General issued his first report on the health effects of tobacco. My grandmother never did quit smoking. She simply put that half-filled pack of cigarettes into her purse, snapped the catch, and decided that she wouldn't smoke that one day, nor the next day, nor the next, nor the next, nor the next. No, she never quit. She simply didn't smoke for that one day, or for each day, all the way until the day she died. We had moved back to New Jersey in time for my last 2 years in high school, and we began what, for me, became the tradition of having Thanksgiving dinner at my grandmother's just outside Boston. One Thanksgiving, early on, my mother arrived for Thanksgiving dinner having smoked all of her cigarettes on the trip up to Boston, and so was pretty desperate for her next smoke. Arlington, the town my grandmother lived in, followed the blue laws and was shut up tighter than a drum on Thanksgiving Day. My mother asked my grandmother if she might have any cigarettes lying about. My grandmother opened her purse and gave my mother the, by then, 6-year-old pack of desiccated cigarettes, which my mother took to the back porch and promptly smoked. I've always admired my grandmother's stance. Not a solemn vow, not here I stand for all eternity, simply a choice to live day by day. In this moment, I won't smoke. She wouldn't say anything about tomorrow, just today, just this moment. After all, this moment, this today is all we have. My son and my daughter both married their partners over this past year, and I overheard my wife, a woman far wiser than I. Give my son advice on married life. It's a decision you make each day, she told him. Each day. Just this. Not forever. Just now. Just this moment. And this just now is all we have. A life of vow strikes me as too exalted, too far beyond the grasp of these all too human hands. I can deal with just today, with just now. These small steps, these todays, life can be incremental, just now, just today, just this one deed, this one person. The Talmud teaches us that it was for this reason that man was first created as one person, Adam, to teach you that anyone who destroys a life is considered by Scripture to have destroyed an entire world. And anyone who saves a life is as if he saved an entire world. So we wake all beings, one at a time. The infinite is, after all, only a direction. And we only get there by taking that first step, that one step. And if one day at a time, one bean at a time is a slog, if not smoking only for today, if pushing that boulder up a hill only to see it roll back down over and over is what we face, then one must, as Camus said, imagine Sisyphus happy. And so let me end with what Muman, the writer of The Gateless Gate, gave us to conclude that brief dialogue of Mahakashyapa and Ananda. The verse that goes, "The call is good, the answer is intimate." How many discuss this with glaring eyes? Elder brother calls, younger brother answers, the family disgrace. There is a spring that does not belong to yin and yang. Just this one day, just this one eternity. Thank you.